Hiya, darlings! This is Hololive English Advent's Devilish Diva, the one and only Nerissa Ravencroft, and here with me today I have one of the most impeccably special guests I possibly could. We'll go straight into the first question, I guess. Will you please introduce yourself?
Oh my gosh. My name is Megan Shipman, but this is my VTuber persona, Eisei Tsukimaru. I am a moon goddess as a VTuber, but as Megan, I am a voice actor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could you talk? Oh, also, we just got a raid from Mume. Thank you, Mume. Oh,
hello.
Oh, hi. So you are a voice actor. You also make music. I am aware. I'm aware of your music making capabilities. So you're quite the multi-talent. Apart from voice acting, real quick, have you done any other forms of acting, like stage, for example?
No, I'm terrible.
Don't worry, me too.
I'm so bad at stage acting. I'm so bad because I'm terrible at memorizing things. Like, I'm the worst. And I hate it.
Mood. Same.
You don't want me to do it. It'd be so bad.
Well, let's move into our second question. Can you tell me about some of your most well-known anime and game roles?
Oh, I mean, I think the most well-known one right now is Miss Anya Forger.
Yes.
From Spy Family. She tiny baby. She great.
She's so cute.
She's so cute. Let's see. I also am La Brava in My Hero Academia. I play Sasha Rouse in season 4 of Attack on Titan.
Yes.
Super fun. If you know, you know. So fun. Also, I'm trying to think. I'm really bad at remembering things on the spot. That's why I have like 3 things memorized. And then I'm like, you know, a lot of other things.
I understand.
Yeah, I'm bad. I'm so bad. See, I told you I'm bad at memorizing things.
It's okay.
But I do some game things. I've done a lot of mobile games. I haven't done a lot of like, I guess, console games, I guess. But I'm Regan in Fire Emblem Heroes. If anyone's played that. I also play Dorothy in Nikke, Goddess of Victory. So yeah.
Oh wait, you're in the butt game.
Yeah.
The shooty butt game.
That's shooty
you?
Butt game. That's me.
Oh my god!
I'm the shooty butt girl.
Oh my god! I can't believe I'm around a celebrity.
Oh wow, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
My butt's so well known.
Well, then, segueing in, what are some of your most favorite anime or game roles?
Oh, okay, so I mean, Anya's like the easy answer, and I always tell people, I'm like, okay, I have to pick something that's not her because you know, she's just too obvious. Yeah. So I always tell people I really love voicing Maple in Beaufry.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that game's it's a game setting in the anime. And because it's a game, I get to do like screaming, like just crazy screaming and fights, and then I get to also be cute because I don't usually get to do both. So you either get to be cute or you get to be like a badass, and yeah, I never really both. But with that, because it's a game, I get to do both, and she's really awesome. She turns into an alien.
Wait,
it's pretty great.
Spoilers. Hello. Well, okay,
it's fine.
We don't have this as a question. Can you do a few voices of
both
Anya, Maple, and maybe one other? You can say whatever you want. Give me some.
Oh yes. This is Anya Forger, and I really love watching Nerissa Ravencroft. She's my favorite hololive girl.
Anya!
Anya, please!
Anya, my heart!
Anya, my Oshi!
How cute. Oh my god.
It's really funny when I go to conventions and I meet little kids, and they don't believe it's me. Like their parents are like, oh my gosh, this is Susie and she loves Anya. It's her favorite character. And she's just like, who is this random lady?
They're like, that's not Anya.
They're like, that's not Anya, Mom. This is stupid. And then I like have them close their eyes and I do the voice for them. And then they're like,
they're like, oh my god, it is her.
It's really you.
I
It's
can't
so funny.
believe it.
Yeah, and then they open their eyes and they're like, wait, where'd she go?
Oh my god. You're like, let me pull Anya out of my pocket real quick. One sec.
Oh, wait, actually, she's in my backpack. Hold on. I'll just grab her real quick. I'm sorry. We keep her in there to avoid liability.
We hide her in there.
Yeah, that's right.
For legal reasons.
For legal purposes, we have to hide her in the backpack.
Poor Anya.
Poor thing. She's poor thing.
Okay.
I also get people that always ask me to say waku waku, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, I can say that. That's not me, but I'll say it because we sound exactly the same.
Yeah, give me a waku waku.
Oh, waku waku.
Waku waku.
Waku waku.
That's just the rest of stream. We just say waku waku.
We just waku waku until the end
Yeah.
of time.
And we'll put subtitles up for the VOD.
So, to translating what we're saying.
Yeah, it's actually all the rest of the question.
Well, give me a maple, since you said it's one of your favorite.
Oh, Maple. She's very sweet. She's like my basic, I call it like my girl next door voice. Because it's kind of like every anime girl I do ever. Every basic anime girl. Because she's always like,
Oh, hey, Sally. Did you want to go to the Maple Tree Guild today and hang out?
it's just very sweet. And I mean, when she screams, she's just like, she also has a mecha suit.
Mm-hmm.
I also just get to here. I'll turn my microphone down. She also just always goes, and that's all she does. Like for the first like 10 episodes.
I couldn't hear whatever you just did.
Oh,
Hydra!
That's
what she does.
Sound suppression on Discord is nerfing you.
oh, sorry. Discord.
Wait,
Stop
can
it.
you turn it off? I need to hear it.
Oh yeah. Let me see. Can I? Discord hates me.
Discord hates everybody, honestly. Here,
It's always like, oh, I'm sorry. You wanted to talk?
you wanted to say something? Well, we didn't want them to hear.
Determine input.
Yeah, turn off the automatic and turn it all the way to the left.
Oh, you got it.
And I think
Oh,
there's
the left.
one- Yeah,
Negative
left.
100.
You can go down to advanced and noise suppression. You can turn it off or turn it to standard, whatever you want. It's your preference.
See, people are always like, "Wow, you're so great at everything." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm the worst.
No,
I'm so bad.
You're so
bad.
cute.
Oh, no, you're cute."
Thank you.
we'll just call each other cute for the rest of the stream.
Exactly.
That's really what this is. I
Just
think
an
I turned it
excuse.
off. I think I turned it off.
Okay, try screaming.
Okay. She always goes, Hydra!
There we go. Yeah.
Yay!
It's fixed.
Yay, I did it. I learned something.
So you got Maple and Anya. Who do give me like two more favorite roles.
Let's see. Oh, I also got to do so this was fun. I got to do Mayuri from Steins Gate.
Yeah.
But I took over for Ashley Birch in the second half of Steins Gate 0, and I always love it when people are like, I didn't even know that was you, and I go, no, thank you, that's what I wanted.
Mhm.
Because some people go, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know that was you, and I'm like, no, that was the point. You don't understand. So I watched all of Steins Gate in like 3 days before I started recording that, because I'd never watched it before.
Oh.
And if you've ever seen Steins Gate, like that was a lot of plot going on in 3 days for my brain. But I do love Mayuri now, and I love her when you're on a chicken bender, grab a box of chicken tenders, bak bagak. That's my favorite. Bak bagak. I just remember walking around my house being like, doo-doo-roo, and no, doo-doo-roo, no, doo-doo-roo, like before going in to record, because I was like, no, I have to be perfect. I can't let everyone down.
I have to do it.
I have to do it right, or I can't do it at all. They're gonna fire me.
That is always a possibility in the world of voiceover.
You know, they'll just be like, well, sorry, you gotta leave now.
Sorry, Megan Shipman, you didn't make the cut.
You suck now. We don't want you here anymore. Yeah, always. I'm trying to think of another one.
Could I selfishly?
Yeah.
Hanamaru.
Oh yes, it's the future.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. She's my favorite though. I love her. She's my little baby.
I love your Hanamaru.
Yeah.
It's so
oh my god.
perfect.
I love her so much. What's funny is I got cast in that and I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. Because I love Live. Like that's my Roman Empire. I'll die.
Mm-hmm.
I'll die on that hill. And then I didn't realize before watching, because I found out I got cast before the show started.
Yeah.
So when I was watching the episodes come out, my favorite Muse girl is Rin.
Yes.
And so when they got to Hanamaru's like episode and they were like, oh, she actually loves Rin. And I was like, why is this my life?
Like, oh my god,
this is meant for me. Like I was dying. I was like, why is this so perfect? It was meant to be. Thank you, universe. Thank you,
universe.
Thank you so much for blessing me.
Well, it was perfect casting because I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, whoa.
I know. I love her so much. I was like, no, I have to be perfect. I don't care if anyone else is perfect. I will be perfect.
Well, dare I say, it was peak. It was peak, my lord.
Thank you, my lady.
You're welcome.
Tip my fedora at you.
Yes, tip it.
Thank you, my lady.
Okay, next question. What's it like voicing Anya in Spy Family?
Oh, I love her so much. Honestly, she's been like the best thing ever. I love getting to voice her because I get to go in and be like stupid all the time. I mean, I just go in and like the other, like Alex who plays Lloyd and Natalie who plays Yor, like they have to do all this serious stuff and they're all like talking in their heads, and then Anya's just like, beep boop bop, let me go to school and fail math.
Peanuts.
Peanuts. So I get to just kind of be dumb all the time, and it's pretty great, and I love her. But she's so sweet too. Like we always tell people at cons, we're like, it's funny and it has something for everyone, but it's like it's such a good comfy show because it's like found family, and it's just so good. It's so good. It is.
I really like Spy Family. It's just so. It's got this je ne sais quoi, you know?
It does. And especially in the movie, they have the poop god. Have you seen the poop god?
I haven't seen the movie yet.
Well, you're missing out. There's a poop god.
What?
There's Anya has a vision of the poop god.
What is she talking about on my stream, Jailbirds?
They know exactly what I'm talking about.
Is she okay? Why?
Anya has a vision of the poop god and the garden of toilets.
What? Why?
Because she like passes out. She's trying to save the world.
Okay,
it's really important to save the world, okay?
Yeah. It's I'm something of a your kind of lady myself. I've heard.
Oh, Yor fights a robot.
What?
Yeah, Yor fights a robot.
She would win. I bet she did win.
Yeah, she does. Spoiler alert. I mean, it's a movie. It's gonna have a happy ending. I mean,
the movie. I mean, they're non-canon anyway most of the time. So who cares?
I know.
But I look like Yor. I mean.
Oh yeah, you've got like the Yor hair. Yeah.
I know, literally. I've got black hair, and then I've got red eyes, and I look kind of menacing, but I'm really sweet.
You are, yeah. You could like dress up like Yor for Halloween.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could be
yeah.
Anya, and then we could get lots of
Yes.
candy.
Well, peanuts.
Peanuts.
Yeah. But not like the gross foam candy peanuts. Those suck.
Exactly. So you like being able
Real
to be
peanuts.
stupid. in
Yeah,
the
I do.
studio.
I really like it. It's so fun. It's so easy now. It was hard at first because like we had to make her sound young while also not be like, you had to be able to understand what she was saying, so she couldn't sound too babyish,
Yeah.
but she couldn't sound too old either.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of hard at first, but now I just go in and I do it, which is kind of nice because we don't normally get to voice characters for such a long period of time. For like I think we have like let's see, 30 something episodes
Yeah.
done
Usually
across
it's
the
just
2
what,
seasons.
like a season, maybe 2 seasons, and then it's over.
Yeah, because like season 1 had like 2 parts, so it was like 24 or 25 episodes, and then season 2 was just 12 or 13, and then we had a movie. So like we've gotten to do so much with these specific characters that yeah, it's really easy now compared to like when we first started. We always say when we listen back to the first episodes, we're always like, God, I wish we could go back and just like redo some now that we like know what we're doing. We were just like on a hope and a prayer in episode 1. We were like, I hope this is what you want.
Because simul dubbing, right? You're dubbing it
Yeah.
as soon as, so you don't really have time to like watch the show, familiarize yourself.
Yeah, and I think when we did the very first episode, it was like I think they did a simultaneous episode 1 release, I want to say, with Japan. I can't remember, but either they were planning to do that and it didn't happen, but I remember we recorded before the episode actually came out in Japan as well. Like we had everything, but yeah, it was
early
crazy. So I was just like, I don't know, maybe this is right. I think maybe.
That's fine. It's fun. So it's kind of like you figure it out as you go.
Yeah. So like our director was super helpful. He was like super helpful in making sure it was consistent, I guess. Like especially for me, because I had probably the hardest job being consistent in the beginning. Because again, it was like finding the perfect middle ground of like what her voices sound like, I guess, while being silly and cute, and asking for guns from Papa. Papa, I would like a pistol with a silencer.
Papa, please.
Papa, please.
You don't
Please,
understand, Papa. I need it.
I need a gun. I need a silencer, please.
Please, you don't understand my plight.
I need it so much. I love spy shows, so I need this.
Exactly. You need it.
Yeah.
He should get it for you.
He should. One day, maybe he will. Maybe that'll be the ending of Spy Family. He just gives
Anya a gun.
Yeah. Here you go. The end.
That'd be pretty fun. Imagine Anya.
Yeah.
I mean, she's telepathic, but
Yeah.
I can't imagine, because Yor is a really good fighter. Lloyd is a really, really competent spy, obviously.
Yeah.
So what would Anya, do you think, if she grew up, apart from being a telepath, do you think?
I think she'd be a spy. I mean, she loves spies.
Yeah.
She loves, and I think she'd make a good spy because she's a telepath.
That is true.
And maybe she'll get a little smarter. Maybe.
I mean, she's like, what? How old is she again?
I mean, she says she's 6.
Yeah, but she's
Is
not
she?
6.
Who knows?
She's younger than 6.
I would, they haven't said how old she officially is. She just goes, yeah, I'm 6. And Lloyd is like, all right, yeah, I'll take that one.
Yeah, all right, 6. That's all I needed.
Sounds good. But yeah, I think she's maybe like a year younger than the other kids, because she's still at least able to write somewhat. I mean, it's scribbles, but
Yeah.
you know, she tries her best. But yeah, that's what we all guess. We all assume she's like a year younger than the kids at school.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's not so far behind that she can't like talk and interact with them. So I'm like, yeah, maybe she's just like a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
She was like, get me out of this orphanage.
She's like, I'm trying to leave under all
She's like,
circumstances.
listen, if you want me to be 13, I'll be 13. Okay, I'm 13.
She's like, I'm whatever. I'm whatever age of child you want me to be.
I'm
just
the
to get
tiniest
adopted.
13-year-old you've ever seen, but I'm 13.
Exactly. We love Anya.
Yeah.
Anya's
Yeah,
so
she's great.
cute.
She is cute.
So moving on, what made you want to try VTubing?
Okay, so
Well,
I
first
used
off,
to-
maybe how long have you been VTubing? And then answer
So-
the rest.
I've been VTubing since 2021.
Oh, wow. So you're
Yeah.
old.
Yeah. I did take a year off last year because I had a baby.
I mean, I already knew this, but congratulations. What a
Yeah, I had a
surprise.
baby, and so I was just like, I can't do all of this at the same time.
Understandable.
My mental capacity can only do so much. So I like took a break last year, and then I just tweeted one day. I was like, oh, by the way, I had a baby.
By the way,
If you wondered where I was.
that's a
but
valid reason to take a year off.
Yeah, I was like, and I was going to a lot of conventions, so I was like, I can't do everything. I'm just too tired because being pregnant makes you tired.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna chill for a year. But yeah, so I started in 2021, but I actually did some like face cam streaming.
Oh, yeah?
Like, I would say maybe it was like before 2020, so it was maybe like 2018.
Oh.
2017, 2018, and I just like played. It wasn't anything crazy because I was really bad at it. I didn't know how to do anything, and I didn't have any equipment, so it just was bad.
If you feel any better, I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. So
Okay, yeah, well, neither do I. I just it's easier to pretend when I'm a cute anime girl. And so I did that, and I knew I liked streaming. And so, but I had stopped streaming, and then I had a friend who didn't want this model actually
Oh.
anymore. Friend was like, here, she fits your aesthetic. Do you want it? And I was like, you know what? Sure, I'll try it because I do like streaming, and I would love to do it again. But I kind of hated like getting ready and doing all the stuff for the face cam. So I was like, maybe VTubing will be better. And you know what? This is being handed to me on a silver platter. So, so I guess I'll learn how to do it. And I love this model. I love Eisei. I love everything about her. She's so wonderful. And so I love her so much, and I've really loved it. And I feel like I've gotten a lot better as a streamer. And I had a lot of people this past week when I was like, oh, by the way, I'm Megan Shipman, and then my whole Twitter was like I was like, okay, I knew people would be like excited, but like please. My phone was like going to die the day because all the notifications, I was like, oh my god, please, everyone, please, I need my phone, please. I need it. I need my phone to work. And so I had some people asking like, oh, well, why didn't you like say who you were from the beginning? And I was like, well, I wanted to make sure I liked doing this.
Yeah.
Cause it's like a lot. Like streaming is a lot. I wanted to make sure I was good at it and comfortable at doing it. Cause at first I was really uncomfortable doing it. Like I was really nervous. Cause like when you start VTubing, it's just like a lot of moving parts in the background. And so, and I am a potato brain sometimes. And my brain is really slow.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry if you hear my dog, by the way. He's a needy boy. So sorry if you hear my doggo. But yeah, no, I wanted to make sure that I enjoyed it and that I was comfortable doing it. And I've gotten to a point now where like I am really comfortable streaming. And, you know, I had built like I have like a small, but oh my God, of course my dog would be really annoying during the Nerissa Ravencroft
It's okay.
stream.
We love
He's
puppies.
Yeah, we love him. He's a good boy. He's high maintenance.
Aren't all dogs?
He really is. He's like, please, let me out of
They
this
want you to
room."
put the dog on the mic. Can you?
Oh, Jamie. His name is Jamie. He's very cute. I thought they're all like, Bow Bow, come here.
Yeah. Come here, Bow Bow. Come on, Jamie.
Come on, Jay, get over here. Come here. Can you come up here? He's like, no, mother. I don't want to come up
He's
here.
like, I just wanted to make a fuss. I don't want to sit on your
He
lap.
does. He's like, no, just pet me, okay? follow my every whim. He likes to be the center of attention. Can you tell?
I can.
Yeah, he's
I
a good boy,
remember.
though. He's a good boy. But yeah, I don't know. I wanted to make sure I was just good and that I liked this. And I've built up like a nice small community, and it was so chill and fun. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I just kind of wanted to talk about everything I was doing because I've been traveling a lot, and it's really weird to try to explain to people on your stream and be like, oh yeah, I'm leaving again, so I won't see you for like 5 days because I'm leaving.
I'm gonna be
But then I don't get to talk
gone.
about like where I'm going or any of the fun things I'm doing. So like I think I was just like I just want to like not anymore.
Yeah, just make it more simple, you know?
Yeah, make it more simple so I can just be like, hi, here I am. This is me. We're going to play this game and talk about hot anime boys or whatever. I don't know.
Exactly. And then it's and especially because you travel as a voice actor of your prestige. You're often traveling to cons to do signings and otherwise for fans, right?
Yes, in my economy seats.
Yes.
So cushy.
So cushy.
My main cabin extra.
But what's it like traveling all over? Because I presume you not only go all throughout the U.S., but probably to Canada, Europe as well. Maybe Asia?
Yeah. So I've been to Canada a lot the last couple years. I think the last Canadian show I did was Edmonton, which was fun. We all went to an Edmonton Oilers game because there was nothing else to do after the con. And it was funny because me and Natalie, who voices Yor, will go out and do a lot of stuff together.
Yeah, you're good buddies.
But Alex, who plays Lloyd, he is we love him, but he's also like the like, we're all introverts, but he's like the mega introvert. Like, he's like, I just don't want to do anything after this. And so we actually got him to go with us. And we were like, this is a miracle. This is like a momentous occasion.
We convinced Lloyd to go out with us.
We convinced Lloyd. We actually took a full family outing. We were like, wow, we need to never forget this moment.
Hey, it's family bonding.
It was great. And we all had a good time. It was wonderful. So yeah. But yeah, and then I think I've been to London, and I went to Birmingham this year. Which is like 2 hours northwest of London.
Well, that's
So it
so
was really
fun.
Yeah, it was really fun because like I live in Texas, so like whenever I drive, I'm used to seeing fields and we just have cows everywhere. But like in Birmingham, they had like all these beautiful fields, but they just had sheep everywhere. I was like, wow.
Megan Shipman, next time you get invited to a convention, you should tell them to invite Nerissa Ravencroft.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's really fun. I have seen Nerissa cosplayers.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them.
Cons?
Yeah, I think I've seen you like twice. I know.
Oh my god.
And they were beautiful.
You have to take pictures for me.
I will. They were so cute, and I was like,
like, that's my buddy. Oh my god.
oh my god. You're such a cute Nerissa. I also must admit, I bought a Nerissa plushie today.
Really? Did you get the new hololive Friends with You plushie that was recently released?
That's right. And you too can get one for yourself.
Wait, let me get the art. How quickly can it? Where is it?
Hurry, we have to plug the merchandise.
Oh my god.
Hurry.
Wait, I'm going as fast as I can. Chill. Guys, did you know that recently we released the Advent's hololive Friends with You? Where the hell is it? hololive Friends with You merchandise.
Wow.
It's already sold out on Geek Jack. You don't forget to pick yours up while you still can. Shameless plug.
I bought mine through the hololive site.
I bought mine through the hololive site too.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I also, at the last con I was at, I saw Nerissa fan art and I bought it.
Yes, you did?
Yes. Yeah, I did. I have it right here on my desk.
Oh.
See, you can hear it.
You're such a fan. Oh
I really
my God.
am. I really am. I have a sticker sheet, and I have 2 cute pictures of you. Yeah. They're so cute. You're so cute.
Thank you. You're flustered. How did you get into voiceover? Give me the long version.
The long version. Try really hard. No. I it's weird because it's different for everybody. And it really is like everyone you ask will be like, "Oh, I just kind of like fell into doing this job."
How do you just fall into that?
Yeah, well, for me, so I grew up like watching anime, and I loved anime growing up. So like I was already indoctrinated. Okay,
Yeah,
no questions asked. I already knew what was going on. And then when I was in college, I met someone who was also from the Dallas area, and we were like, okay, we were all in the School of Music and stuff. Like I went to LSU, and I was a music major, and we went on this choir trip to like, just be like, hey, listen to our choir, kids, and also come to LSU. Okay, thanks, bye. And so we were stuck on a bus for like a week together.
Oh my
God.
God.
So fun. So much fun.
That sounds like fun.
I mean, in college it was fun.
Yeah.
Would I want to do it now? Absolutely not. I would rather not. But in college it was fun. And I met another girl, like we got to know each other better on this week-long trip, and I found out that she was from the area, and she'd already done like voice acting and stuff, and it was Funimation at the time. So it was she was like, "Oh yeah, I've already done work and stuff." And I was like, "Oh my God." And also cuz anime wasn't as cool back then. This was like 10 something years ago.
Yeah.
So like anime wasn't as big as it was now. Like it was still big, but it wasn't crazy. And so it was really fun to like find people that were like, "Oh, you go to the same convention I do?" Like, "Oh, yeah, you like this too?" Like it was really fun. Like you didn't always meet people that were like, "Yeah, I know what that show is."
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of bonded, and then I was like, "Oh my God, that is so cool. Like I would love to try that." And she was so sweet, and we kept in touch, and she introduced me to some people that like also worked there at the time.
Nice.
And because of that, I was able to sign up to do an open audition, and they never really know when they're going to do open audition, so that's kind of the downside of that. They're just kind of whenever they have time for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I got really lucky, and the open audition actually came that summer. And so I actually got called in that summer to go do an open audition.
Oh,
and
nice.
Yeah, and so what the open audition is like, it's not really for a show. It's not like you're not going in to be cast as something. It's more like you're going in to just show them like what you can do. And they have like they would have a book full of different roles and stuff, and you just pick like 4 or 5 of them, and then you go in at your time slot, and you would just do it like you're doing an audition and read all the lines. And then they just kind of see like what your skill level is and how good at acting you are, and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that, and I was like kind of decent at it. I guess I was okay at it.
You must have been.
I must have been okay at it. Because then like a few weeks later, they were like, "Hey, can you come in for a Walla session?" And I went, "Of course I can."
Can you
see you
sidestep.
then?
Can you explain what Walla is?
Oh yeah. Because then as soon as I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll come in for that," I went, "What is a Walla session? What did I just agree to?"
Oh no!
It was like fake it till you make it. And I Googled, what is a Walla session? And so Walla, luckily the internet told me. Walla stands for with all actors.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically a Walla is like a group of 4 people. And you go in to record background noise and extra characters, like if there's characters in the background that have specific flaps, or if they have a moment where they're like at a restaurant and you see a little girl being like, "Mommy, I want ice cream," or whatever.
All those little beloved side characters.
All those little people, you know. Like I think my first Walla session, I was a bunch of cats in a cat cafe, so my whole Walla session was just
just meowing.
So, yeah, just meowing. So yeah. So I got called in for that, and then I think the next thing I auditioned for, or I got to audition for was Senran Kagura, and then I actually got cast as my first named character, which was Hibari. She was the cute pink-haired one. And yeah, so that was my first name character. And so yeah, and then I remember, I think I asked the director, I was like, "Hey, I genuinely have no idea. Like, I'm not asking this to seem like conceited or anything, but like, we just did the open auditions. Like, how many people usually like are where I'm at with open auditions?" And the director was like, "I don't know, like maybe 2 out of 100." And I went, oh. And then I went home.
Wow.
And I was like, I can't blow this, man. This is my chance.
Yeah, you were a baller.
I was like, man, I can't blow this. And I mean, since then, I've done a lot of like classes and things so that I could train that, because I had a knack for it. But it's kind of like if I didn't take it seriously and I didn't take workshops or like classes or anything, like I feel like you would stagnate. Kind of like with anything you do, really. Like if you don't train or keep learning different skills to be better, like you're just you'll be like a one-trick pony and you'll just kind of stagnate, and then people will be like, "Oh, well, she's only good at this or that or whatever," and so blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that's kind of how that's the long story of kind of how it all happened. And then it was just kind of like a snowball effect, because then I just kept getting put in things bigger and bigger and bigger, and then yeah, here I am.
Here
I am, world.
Indeed.
But yeah, everyone has a different story though, so it's kind of weird. And now you have people that are like actively like they want to be in voiceover.
Yeah.
And so now instead of people like accidentally being like the only person on the block that can do it, you have people that are like, "Oh my god, I really want to do this," which is so cool. And so now I feel like there's a lot of other ways, and there's a lot of, I feel like it's become pretty accessible to like get started at home and just start learning how to do things yourself.
Truly.
And yeah. So it's crazy. It's wild.
It is crazy. I think it's crazy that your story is that too. I mean, you've been doing it for forever now, it feels like.
Now it's been like 11 years.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. It makes me feel so old.
Yeah, so you are old.
I am. Look at me. I have gray hair.
Look at you. Your hair's all gray.
I'm so old.
How old are you again? Same age as the moon. You're fucking old.
I'm so old. And my bones creak too. It really is true.
It's okay. I can make my shoulder creak.
Oh, my knees creak. I go up the stairs. Sometimes I park to go to the studio, and I have to walk down the stairs of the parking garage, and then when I come back, I have to walk up the stairs, and when I walk up the stairs, one of my knees just cracks every time, and I'm like,
the worst.
Oh well, I guess I'm broken.
Guess I'm old now.
I'm just old. It's fine.
It's okay.
I accept it at this point.
It's okay. We love hags, so
it's okay. Yeah, thanks.
I'm like,
and
10,000.
I'm a mom, so as long as I don't become the dead anime mom,
yeah,
that's fine with
just
me.
don't start doing your hair like that. Look.
No side ponytails. You know?
Side ponytail. That's if you want to fucking die, okay?
Yeah, a horrendous death.
A horrendous death.
They're never nice. They're always like, "Here, would you like to get bitten in two by a giant creature?"
Legitimately. Oh,
that
God.
Your son may or may not have sent to eat you in the future.
What? Oh my God.
Spoilers, I know.
Anime's going crazy these days.
Dude, ridiculous, honestly. Big brain moment, though. Listen, I didn't say what show it is. Listen, I see I will be like, spoilers. I didn't say what show it was. You all said it, not me.
I don't know what show you're referring to, so...
See? It's fine.
Okay, well,
so don't spoil Nerissa.
Yeah, don't spoil me. Next question. Do you have any advice for those who want to get into voice acting, like me, for example?
Oh my gosh, of course, Nerissa. You can just come to my house. No, I'm just kidding.
On my way!
I'll just put you in my closet booth at home, and I'll be like, now you're a voice actor.
I have a closet booth too.
Oh, yay!
Yeah,
well, there
I have
you go.
a
That's
Neumann U87.
Ooh, you're so fancy.
I know, fancy mic.
Wow. I tell people that there's two really great resources that a lot of voice actors give them out as resources, but it's because they're genuinely good resources. Mm-hmm. It's not because we're trying to just give you the easy answer just to, get rid of you or something. Like, no, they're really good resources. So the first one is iwannabeavoiceactor.com. I know. So crazy to remember.
So crazy.
I know, and it's made by D. Bradley Baker, and he updates it all the time with stuff. Like, I think during COVID, he updated, like, about home studios and, like, how to get a really good sound and, like, equipment. But, yeah, so that's a really great one. And also the other resource that I tell people about is the voiceactingclub.com, I think. And that's put together by Kira Buckland, and she not only is there a really great Discord community full of people that can offer advice and stuff, she's also made like a guide on that website, her own guide as well, so there's lots of resources there too. So those are just great resources to read if you want information, but I tell people to just start doing it if you want to do it, because it is really accessible nowadays, in the sense that, like, finding equipment, I think, is a lot easier.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when because I had a YouTube channel. I mean, it still exists. I haven't uploaded to it in 600 years. Because I did song covers, and I remember going to Best Buy and like getting like a random Samsung mic. That was like a USB mic, and I had no pop filter because I genuinely couldn't find any resources like of what to buy. Mm-hmm. So I always tell people, I feel like now there's a lot more transparency on like, what is the thing I need to buy? Where can I buy that thing? And also, when I bought my new microphone, because I use the same microphones for streaming and for my recording booth. I just have them in two different spaces.
Yeah.
But I have a Rode NT1A.
Beautiful microphone.
Yeah, it's so nice, and it just works really well with my type of voice. And I remember when I bought it, I made a list when I was looking for an XLR microphone to I looked up a video on YouTube. I made a list of like my top 5 microphones that sounded like they would be good for me, and they were also like in my budget. Mm-hmm. And I was able to look up like YouTube reviews of these microphones to like see how they sounded and what the differences were. So like stuff like that just didn't exist 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So there's so much more transparency about like equipment, and you can find so much more information about equipment nowadays. So I tell people to just go for it. If you find a mic in your budget, and you can do it, just do it. Just start doing it.
So then let me ask you, for those specifically, obviously you work with Funimation, now Crunchyroll. What about for people who are interested in working with Crunchyroll specifically in anime?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's one of those things where it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Yeah. Because like I know during like when we were remote recording, like that was so great because people could record from anywhere. But unfortunately, like I tell people now, I'm like, unfortunately that wasn't like a new normal like people were expecting it to be. It was like it was a temporary thing because that was the only way we could do stuff. Because they just, for safety, they were like, no, we're not coming into the studio. Mm-hmm. And it gave us a lot of flexibility to cast like a ton of different people, and that was so nice that we could take advantage of that. But unfortunately now, like, we have to come into the studio, and there is still remote recording in the sense that they will use, it's kind of gone back to how they used to remote record, where we'll remote record with people like in LA or I don't know where we have satellite studios, but we'll work with different studios in LA to do remote recording. So I know like Chainsaw Man Cast has some remote actors.
Yeah.
I've been helping these last 2 weeks. I've actually been directing or assistant directing the first 2 episodes of Tying the Knot with an Amagami Sister. And one of the actors in the show, they were here for the first episode, but they had a lot of work to do in LA this week, and so they just went to one of the remote studios in LA that Crunchyroll partners with, and they recorded from LA. So there is like remote recording in a sense.
Yeah.
So it's not like if you live in LA, you can never work at Crunchyroll or something, if that makes sense. Because there's a lot of remote recording actually happening. It's just not like people in their houses.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So basically, you have to be in either Texas or LA
you have to be
or New York.
Yeah, somewhere where they have a remote setup or a studio that they've worked with before. But I will say it's really fun. Like I've seen so many people that move here and, you know, find success here. Like I know so many people. So like it's not impossible.
Yeah.
And I think it's like if it is something that you really, really want to do, I know people that are like, yeah, I had to save for a few years before I moved here. And, you know, I had to get another job and, you know, because you still gotta live.
Yeah.
Sometimes creative jobs don't pay the bills.
It's true.
I've been there. So I understand. But yeah, it's just one of those things where like you can totally make it happen. I always tell people too, like it's not a fast thing. It's definitely a long-term job. Like you shouldn't expect like super fast success. Because at the end of the day, like it might take a while for you to finally be able to be like, oh, I can quit my job. Like I know an actor who worked at a bank, and they were in Nintendo games. They were in so many successful franchises, and they were only able to like quit their bank job just recently. Because they were finally able to go like full time. Yeah. So like it really is like a long-term thing. And I think if you're just realistic about it, I always tell people like just be realistic about it. Make a plan. You don't have to be like, well, I can never do that because whatever. Because you know, you can. If it's really a goal of yours, you can totally do it if you plan it out and make it work. So it's a long-term process for sure, but it's doable. And so many people have done it, and yeah.
Well, thank you for your insight as a successful businesswoman yourself.
Wow. I'm the princess businesswoman.
You are princess businesswoman Megan Shipman, Eisei Tsukimaru.
That's right. There I am. I'll put it on my business card.
Then, do you have any rituals before a voiceover session? Like foods you want to eat, avoid, any warm-ups you like to do, so on and so forth?
I don't know. Sometimes I don't drink a lot of sodas anymore anyway, so
pop?
usually I'm just drinking. What?
You mean pop? You don't drink pop? You don't drink pop?
Soda?
You don't drink pop?
Soda?
You mean pop?
Soda.
Pop!
Soda.
Pop!
Soda.
Pop!
Soda.
Pop!
Soda.
Pop, 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 pop.
Soda.
Okay, you don't drink a lot of pop.
Yeah. Can you imagine if your next song was just pop, 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 pop? We call it pop, 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 pop.
Pop, it's pop, not soda, but pop.
I'll kill you if you call it soda.
Do you wanna die? Call a fizzy beverage soda and I'll kill you.
I would put it at the top of my playlist, honestly.
Hey, at least you don't call it Coke. If you called it Coke,
no.
that would be unforgivable.
No.
Sorry, Coke callers.
Sorry.
It's pop.
Soda.
Anyway.
pop.
You don't drink a lot of fizzy drinks.
Yeah, no, I don't drink a lot of fizzy drinks anymore. So I'll drink like cold, either iced teas or like just hot teas. But I'll just usually drive to this. I mean, I have to drive like 45 minutes to get to the studio. So I'll usually just get in my car and just put on whatever songs are in my head on my Spotify, and then I'll just kind of sing along and warm up my voice that way. I also like to I had to do a callback the other day. And I didn't have a lot of time, and I had just woken up, and I was like, oh my God, this is gonna suck. So, because I just woken up, and I was like, ugh, my voice is gross. So I did a lot of like, while I was getting ready very quickly, I was just like humming to myself. Like I was humming, and I was doing like a lot of lip trills, just like stuff like that. And just kind of stretching my vocal cords and warming them up and like going up and down, and I do that when I really need to warm up super fast. But other than that, I just kind of hydrate and chill in my car as I drive to the studio.
Balance.
And usually by the time I get there, I'm pretty warmed up and fine. So yeah.
Not nice. Do you do any tongue twisters?
No, I don't ever do tongue twisters because I never think about them.
What?
I know, I'm really bad. I'm a bad actor.
Can I make you do one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one?
So yellow leather, red leather, and then you just repeat it endlessly.
Oh yeah, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather.
Okay, unique New York.
Unique New York, unique New York, unique New York, unique unique New York, 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 unique New York.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Okay, the black bear bleeds black blood.
A black bear bleeds black blood.
Yes.
A black bear bleeds black blood. A black bear bleeds black blood. A black bear bleeds black blood. A black bear bleeds black blood.
The classic. See, I can't do this one because S's are my problem. She sells seashells by the seashore.
Seashells by the seashore. Seashells by the seashore.
Okay. Enough.
Enough. Next question.
I know you've done some directing work.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what that's like? Maybe talk about a couple shows you did that you really love.
Yeah. I really love directing. I started doing it about, I want to say like 8 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then of course like COVID, and then I was at home doing nothing like everybody else. But other than that, but I did get to do some shows like later before we officially like went back into studio. So that was really nice. Like once we started really picking up the volume of shows we were doing, I've AD'd. I actually directed a lot of the Love Live Sunshine movie, which was super fun. Yeah, so I actually did a lot of directing for that, because I think Caitlin Glass, who was our director for that show, she was at a con in Australia, so she was gone for a while, so I got to do a lot of the directing for her, and she still like double-checked everything, so she was still the main director, but it was really fun getting to do all of that because I love it so much. I also, speaking of Love Live, I also directed the Love Live Nijigasaki dub.
Fun.
And that is those girls are my babies. I can't, like, I love them. So yeah, that was by far, like, I think my favorite project to direct. Cause yeah, it was just so much fun.
Cute.
I got to like make, and I told myself, I was like, I can't let this suck because I'm a fan. And if I, a fan, make this dub suck, I can't call myself a fan anymore. Like I will be excommunicated from the community. Like I can't mess this up. So I tried really hard and it was really great. I think it was really great. So yeah. But yeah, I love directing. Directing is so fun because it actually also really helped my acting too.
Oh yeah?
A lot in terms of just like in terms of like timing and matching lip flaps and stuff that goes with ADR dubbing, because I was directing for a while, and then I think the first show I did in a while once I started directing was actually Beaufry, and so when I went in to start Beaufry, I was amazed because I felt like I had opened like my third eye because I was just like, every line I was recording, they were like, wow, it fits so perfectly. And I was already like pretty good at timing. But then it was just like everything was perfect. We never went back to redo anything. And I was like, what's happening? What planet do I live on right now? Like I felt like a god. Like I felt like I really leveled up. So like watching, so like, cause directing is a lot of, you have your director and then you have an engineer with you. So the engineer is usually placing all the lines, but the director is not only making sure the actor understands the context of everything that's going on in the show they're working on or the episode or whatever, but you're also double checking lip flaps and making sure all of that looks really neat and clean. So yeah, like having to watch and be very precise with all of that as a director, like really helped me when I went back to doing more acting. So yeah, and I just started, like I said, I just started doing more directing because I'm still doing some cons this next year, but I'm not doing as many, which is kind of nice because traveling is a lot.
Especially with
really
a young
hard.
baby.
Yeah, and I have a baby and I want to be at home with baby. So yeah, I told them, I was like, yeah, I can do some more directing. So I'm really glad that they're calling me in to do directing here and there because I really do love it. It's really fun. It's great.
I know. Did you mention, I think you did Show by Rock, one of the Show by
Yeah.
Rocks too?
Yeah. I did. So yeah, that was another thing. Like Caitlin Glass basically taught me to direct essentially because I assistant directed with her for a few years.
Legendary actress and director Caitlin Glass.
Yes, Caitlin Glass, the queen. When Show by Rock Mashumayresh came around, she already had 2 other shows. Like she had Fruits Basket and another show that she was like, oh man, I can't do Show by Rock. So she actually recommended me to the producers to just direct Show by Rock as like my first solo directed show because she was like, you can't really learn anything else assistant directing, so you're gonna have to just do a show. and Caitlin loves Show by Rock. Like it was, I think it's one of her favorite things she's directed.
Yeah,
because she has so much Show by Rock merch. It was very impressive. In her old studio, she had it decorated with all this fun merch, and she had so much Show by Rock merch. So I could tell she really loved it. And so for her to like trust me with that, I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Like thank you so much. And because we worked together so well with ADing, like I was able to ask her about any continuity things from like past seasons to the new seasons. So yeah, I got to direct that and it was so fun because we also got to do the music and that was really fun. It was overall really fun, and I got to learn about casting because I had never cast a project before, so that was a really fun process to learn of how to just make that puzzle fit, because basically all your actors, it's like putting a puzzle together and finding the best actors that not only fit the characters but also sound good together as an ensemble. So
very important.
Yeah, and then with Show by Rock, it was also a little different because I also had to have singers. So yeah, that was like an extra layer to the puzzle. So it was really fun though. I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I hope that your future directing endeavors go well. You mentioned Fruits Basket. You voice, I think, a minor character in Fruits Basket, don't you?
Yeah, I voice Momiji's little sister Momo.
So cute.
That was really a full circle kind of moment for me with that character, which it seems like shouldn't be because you're like, oh, she says like 3 things. But really, like, because when I was in middle school and I read Fruits Basket in middle school as it was coming out, and I remember like reading that whole scene where Momo is listening to Momiji play his violin, like at the Soma Estates, and you know how she's like, I wish he was my real big brother. Like I just really wanted to be my big brother, and it's this big emotional moment. And I remember just crying in my little angsty middle school self crying in my bedroom. Because it was crazy. So then like years later to be that character and like get cast as that character in season 1 and know that, oh, they're doing the entire, like,
they're doing it all,
the entire series. So I'm gonna get to act out this moment that like made me cry as a child. Like, it was so sweet. So it was like this little character that I think not a lot of people would be like, oh, okay, cool. But to me, it was like this really cool, like, full circle moment in my nerdy little life.
That's so special.
Yeah. And then, of course, I'm, like, talking on screen with, like, Laura Bailey. So, like, kill me. Please just kill me. Please just kill me now.
Such an amazing experience, though.
Not me being like, come this way, Toru. And then sweet Laura Bailey being like, where are we going? And I was like, Laura Bailey is talking to me on the screen.
So amazing.
Great. Yeah,
Laura Bailey's incredible.
She is. Oh my god, amazing. Another queen.
So many queens in the voiceover industry. Right? Okay, I'll let you go to the next question. Do you have any silly / fun impressions that you're really good at?
No.
Oh.
I mean, okay. Like, I do, like, I just do stupid voices. Like, I don't think I do impressions. Like, when I was little, my parents, I was that kid where my parents would be like, I wouldn't know what I was doing, but my parents would be like, oh, little Megan, go do your little impression of Barbara Walters. I didn't know who Barbara Walters was. I just knew she was like a news anchor lady.
You had a good impersonation, apparently.
Apparently, as a child, it was entertaining enough that my parents were like, go, dance, monkey, dance.
Dance.
show them your party trick.
Please entertain my friends.
Yeah, entertain our adult friends with your silly little voice. But now I just do stupid voices. Like, I have a voice for my dog.
It's the same as your Anya voice, right?
No. It sounds like my Anya voice. My sister watched the movie trailer for The Spy Family, and she had never heard me as Anya before, and she just texted me back and said, that just sounds like the voice of you do for Jamie. And I was like, I'm offended. They're very different.
Okay, show us then. Give us your doggy impression.
Okay, well, you have to understand the main difference. I'm gonna do it, and you're gonna be like, everyone's gonna be like, that is literally the same thing. But to me, they're so different. So okay, my dog. So his name's Jamie, and whenever he wants a treat, he'll be like, Dad, I want a tweet really bad, Dad. Can I please have a tweet right now? I need to go outside and go to the bathroom so I can get a tweet. And that's his voice, and it's very different from Anya.
Okay, now do some Anya.
Oh, yeah, it's very different, you see, because Anya is not a dog, and Anya is a little girl.
Okay,
I kind of hear the difference.
Yeah.
They're similar, but I hear it.
But I was so offended. My sister was just like, that's just your dog voice. And I was like, the audacity of my sister. It's such a sister move too, to be like, whatever, that's just your dog voice. It's not impressive.
Oh my god.
She didn't say that, but she was it was like such a sister move. I was like, okay.
Look, what if the director heard the voice you do for your dog?
That's it.
And then he was like, Megan Shipman, this is a role for her.
That's it. Fun fact, the director of Spy Family, he used to be an audio engineer, and he actually engineered Senran Kagura. So I've literally known him since I started voice acting.
Your whole career.
My whole career. This man can't get rid of me.
He can't escape.
He can't escape. I mean, he chose this because
he doesn't want to escape.
He picked me, so don't let him fool you if you ever meet him. And he's like, oh, yeah, Megan. Blah, blah, blah. I'll be like, no, he chose this.
This isn't your first time working with him. I forget. Did he also do what's that anime called? I think you were Gray, a character named Gray.
Yeah. Gray and Black Clover.
Yes, Black Clover.
Yes, Gray and Black Clover, and she has the blue hair, and like half of the show she's like a big hulking man, and then all of a sudden I got called in to do be in Black Clover, and I was like, oh cool, like maybe it'll just be like whatever, and they were like, no, Gray is just a girl now.
What?
I was like, oh, okay then.
What? I haven't watched Black Clover, so I'm very lost.
No, yeah, so like her whole shtick is like she has transformation magic, and she's so anxious, and she doesn't want people to perceive her at all. I mean, like, same, really.
Valid.
And so she, for the whole beginning of the show, she transforms herself to look like this huge, intimidating guy, so nobody will talk to her. And then like they're doing, I don't know what arc it is, like they're just doing something. Again, I don't know anything about they're just in this, I don't know, they're like stuck doing this something. They're stuck in a maze or something, and her magic runs out, and so she transforms back to her normal self, and that's how literally everybody in the show finds out that she's not a giant, intimidating man. They're all like, I'm sorry, who are you?
And then she became you.
And then she's me now. So I stole that character from another voice actor.
Oh, that poor guy. He's
I
like,
know.
oh, yeah,
I was like, I'm so
Gray.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
I mean,
forgive me.
He probably couldn't sound quite as cute as you do. What
All-
did Gray
all he-
sound like? Do it for us.
All he used to do was he would just go, like he would just breathe.
Oh!
Like he would just like, and that was it. But now Gray just talks, and anytime she talks, she's like, like she's so anxious. Like that's how she sounds in the J. She's like, and she has like a wiggle mouth. That's what we call it, because her mouth is not a straight line. They draw it in the shape of a wiggle. Like it's just a giant wiggly splat of a mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she has wiggle mouth, and she's always like. And she's so anxious, and I love her because same.
I feel so
same.
bad because you're still getting cut off when you get super loud.
Oh my god. Discord hates.
Discord hates us. Discord, get it together.
Genuinely is ruining my life. Like,
You understand me.
Literally. Oh my god.
Another character I know you did too, though, is Alba.
Alba, yeah. I love Alba. I love her so
Yes.
much.
She's so cute.
I love her. Yeah, she's another character that like happened at a really I don't know, like a interesting point in like my life, I guess. Cuz I was teaching. So I got a music degree. I got a music education degree. And then I was teaching for like 3 years, and I hated it, by the way. It was awful.
Oh.
Don't ever want to do that ever again.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, if you want to hear my traumatic stories about how children verbally abused me.
Oh.
They were so mean. I have never met more demonic children in my life. Like, low-key. Like, they're all adults now, probably, and I hope they are more well-adjusted. Because
Hopefully. It's all you can ever hope for.
all I could ever hope for is that they're more well-adjusted. So I quit that job. I was like, I'm not coming back here. You couldn't make me do it. I'm miserable. And so I like walked in, and Cliff Chapin, who you all might know as he's the voice of Bakugo in My Hero, he was directing at the time. So he was directing New Game. And I was there for something completely different. And I saw him, and like we were friends at that point. So I saw him and I went, oh my God, Cliff, guess what? And he was like, hey, what? And I said, I quit my job. And he went, oh. Interesting. And then he was like, do you want to audition for this show? And later he would tell me, he was like, I actually kind of had you in mind when I initially like saw the character, but because I knew you were a teacher, and that because recording for that show was going to go into the next school year. So he was like, I don't know if Megan's going to have time if I wanted her to do it. And so when I told him I quit my job, he was like, oh, you don't say. Oh, how interesting, Megan.
How convenient.
Come audition for this project, please. And so, yeah, I got cast as Alba. And that show, I honestly tell people, like, I really related to Alba a lot at it, because again, I was doing something different with my life. You know, quitting a job is scary.
Mm-hmm.
And it's scary doing something different. So I really related a lot to Alba because she was like, I get to work my dream job. And at the time I was like, cool, now I get to just try to do my dream job full time and not fail and fall flat on my face.
That's the scariest
yeah
thing.
Yeah, so like she was going through a lot of the same things. So I think I always tell people, like, I think Alba is the character I relate to the most, because there was just so much that was like kind of paralleling a little bit of what I was feeling at the time. That it was great. I love that show. It's a good one.
I'm so
It's so nice.
happy. I'm glad you got to voice a character then that you relate to so much.
Yeah, and then I actually dyed my hair purple.
Oh, I
Because
mean,
I quit my job, so I was like, I'm getting purple hair.
as you should, my queen.
Yeah, so now I just have purple hair.
And ever vibrant it is.
Ever vibrant. It's just beautiful. My headshot, my actor headshot is totally not
It doesn't.
accurate. Yeah.
I mean, it looks
doesn't
like
look
you.
like me.
It does. Look
I mean,
like
it's
you,
me,
but it
I
doesn't.
have the same hair. I have the same haircut,
Yes,
but it's just purple, bright purple.
exactly.
Yeah.
But on to the next question, because I put it on screen on accident.
Oh, oops.
Was there any specific character that you really felt kicked off your voiceover career?
I don't know. I want to say like Alba was a big moment because I think I had done a lead in a show before that, but it wasn't in like a. I mean, I hate to. Not like it's not like the show was bad or anything, but it's because some shows just get more attention like naturally than other shows, because you know it was also around the time that like I think anime was starting to pick up and My Hero had come out, so I think there was just more traction, or like the traction for more anime was beginning at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And so New Game was like the first show that I did that wasn't necessarily like, it was a show for everyone. I felt like it wasn't just like, oh, here's girls with boobs, you know, that only adults are going to watch. It was kind of, it was a more everyone can watch this kind of show. So I feel like that was a good turning point, because I was able to be like, oh yeah, look, I can do 2 seasons of a lead, and I was able to show a lot of emotions and be silly. And yeah, so I want to say that because it came at a good time. And also, like, I also want to say Bofuri, because Bofuri was really fun. Bofuri was really great too. And again, I felt like I had opened a third eye with my skills. It was freaky how well I was matching flaps. I was scared. I was very scared.
You're just a pro. You're such a pro.
I'm so pro. So pro now.
You are very pro.
I am. I am.
Well, that's nice to know.
Yeah.
And
I mean, also you could say Spy Family, but like,
yeah, I mean,
that's taken it to like a whole other level.
I feel like you were already famous before that. Because I feel like you're correct. Because when you came, I mean, I've known about you for a long time, but I feel like,
oh my gosh, really?
Yeah. Oh my god, I've been like your secret admirer or something. But like, I actually didn't know you voice acted, because I knew you from your YouTube covers.
Oh yeah.
I had no idea you were a voice actor until I saw Alba, and then I saw your name, and I was like, oh my god,
yeah, it's me.
That's
oh my god, yes.
Singer.
It's me. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the thing. I love doing YouTube covers. I just don't have time for them.
Yeah,
there's a lot that goes into them, and I really want to. There's a song I really want to cover and just put out on my channel, but I've been like dragging my feet because it's a lot.
I know what
there's
you
a
mean.
lot. It's hard. It's hard. But I think my favorite thing I've ever put out, I did a whole Inuyasha EP. And yeah, because I love Inuyasha, and I did that, and that was like my little baby. It was like a passion project that I did. And I think my favorite song cover on that on that like EP that I did is Four Seasons, because that's like what that song, I don't know what it is. That song is so ethereal sounding, and I think it's from one of the movies actually. But it's so ethereal sounding, and I love it so much. And the mixer I got to do everything was able to make me sound just as ethereal.
Hell yeah.
And sometimes I will just go listen to my own cover because I'm amazed that it's me. And yeah, I love it.
Isn't that the fun of doing your own cover sometimes?
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah.
I feel like there's definitely like a little bit of like that excitement, because it's like you love this song, which is why you chose to do it. And then not only is it a song you love, but now your voice is attached to it and done in such a professional way. It's such a moment.
It is. It's so fun to get like your mix back when you have a mixer and you're like, oh my God, I get to hear like the first draft, and you're just like, and it makes me want to cry every time. Like, I love it so much. It's the best.
Not recently, I guess, but for me, I had a cover that made me feel that way, which is Down by the River. You like Baldur's Gate 3, surely.
Yeah.
So it's a song from that, because I love that song. I thought it was so good, and I was like, I love, to me it seems really ethereal in a way. Yeah. So it's like, I wonder if I can kind of have that enchanting kind ofness to my voice. Of course you can. Thank you. So I was so happy when I got that like first. We basically only needed one mix, because I got it and like the mixer just absolutely killed it. I was like, oh my God, it's incredible.
I love that. That's my favorite, when like the person you're working with just gets it.
Exactly. I'm like, oh my God.
They just for lack of a better term, they match your freak, you know? They get it. They're on the same wavelength, and it's so good.
Literally.
It's like, I will say one of the next EPs that's been on my list of like, I want to do another like 5 or 6 song EP, and I want to do mermaid melody songs so bad. I've been mermaid melody. I wanted to do it so bad, but I keep putting it off. One day it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I have the lockets, by the way. I bought the seashell lockets from Bandai.
I was so surprised when I was in Japan. I saw so much mermaid melody stuff, and I was in heaven.
Oh my God.
Like, they had the lockets, and I didn't buy them, but I was so tempted.
Dude, they're having like a renaissance right now, and I'm so sad.
I need them.
I would be eating at the Mermaid Melody Cafe every day for lunch.
Right. I need them to remake the anime, okay? Because the anime was good, and I need it. Sorry, this is totally off topic. Do you remember the Lost Mermaid Melody dub?
You mean the one with lots of cute boys?
I love Brittany Karbowski. Lots of cute boys.
Next time we see her, I need to bring a picture of Hanan and just have her sign.
Be like, hello, ma'am. Can you
sign it so I can have the only autographed picture of Hanan in the world, please?
Look, I need them to either redub it. I need them to either dub the old show and all the songs.
I'm not gonna lie. If I directed it, it would be the only time I cast myself, and I would be Lucia. I'm sorry. I'm gonna out myself. It's the only time I would ever cast myself. I'm saving it for that. Like if it ever happens one day and I get to direct it, that's when I'm saving the one self casting card.
Yeah, don't worry, because honestly, I wouldn't cast myself as Lucia. I like Lucia a lot. But
you would be a really pretty Rina, but you would also probably make such a good Sarah.
Yeah.
And then you could sing that amazing song, with a million words that she sings. You know the one? Oh, so dramatic. And then it becomes this beautiful like lullaby. Kill me every time.
My favorite. So I like Rina. Noelle are my favorites, but
I wish we had ever gotten to hear solos of like Coco and Noelle.
It's such a shame. I'm like, come on. But you know who also went way too hard? Lady Bat.
Oh, Lady Bat was so yes.
So that would those would be my 3 who, if I ever directed it, that I would cast myself as one of those 3. Yeah.
Also the Italian music is so good too.
Oh my god, Dolce Melodia! Holy shit!
Dolce Melodia, put it in my veins.
So we have Laura in our company, okay, and she speaks Italian.
Stop it.
Yes. So I brought it up to her. I was like, "Wait, do you know the Mermaid Melody dub?"
Did you ever watch?
She did, and she was like, "That song's so good," and I was like, "You understand me."
Oh my god, that if I could have grown up with that, like,
my life would have been
amazing.
changed. Literally.
I wouldn't have had to watch it in 3 parts on YouTube.
Look, that was how we had to watch anime back in the day.
With or maybe without subtitles, usually without.
That's how it be sometimes.
I know, it sucked.
Oh god.
Dark ages.
I just need a dub, and preferably I need to be a part of it, because that'd be a dream come true.
Well, if I ever direct it, I will cast Nerissa Ravencroft.
I'm on my hands and knees. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'm fan casting it as we speak. I have my Excel sheet pulled up right now.
Thank God. Our
Nerissa Ravencroft.
Okay, back to the interview. We spent too much time on Mermaid Melody.
Mermaid Melody. Okay, great.
Okay. Who is the most challenging character you've ever played?
Honestly, okay, I would say Sasha.
Yes.
Yeah, Sasha, because she's so... Like, I'd already voice matched Ashley Birch in Steins Gate, but Sasha is such a different character. But what's funny is, because I felt like I was not a good fit to be Sasha, because I got to do the season 4 stuff. I also got to do some OVAs. And also in season 4, there are flashbacks to kind of a goofier, sillier Sasha from, like, previous seasons.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I felt really intimidated doing the role, and it was like, oh, am I good enough? Do I sound enough like her? But I trusted Mike, the director. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna trust him, and if he thinks I sound good, I'll just whatever. I'm not gonna say anything, because I was just really insecure. I was like, okay, well, if you think I'm the one, I will do it. And then what was funny is we were doing the OVA. And I think the engineer played a reference. So what they would do is they would play a line that Ashley had done. And then I would hear it and I would, like, copy it so I could get into the voice. Yeah. And be as close as possible. So then during one of them, they played back a line, and I thought it was Ashley both times, but no, one was Ashley and one was me. And I was like, oh, I guess I am good. I'm Sasha now. So I was like, I don't know, it was so hard because I just felt really insecure because I felt like I didn't sound enough like Sasha or like enough like Ashley's performance. And like when you do a voice match, like your only goal is like to just not break the immersion, because like I'm a fan, and it's like when you watch something, you hate it. Like you don't want to be in the middle of a show and then the voice changes and then it pulls you, the viewer, out of like the whole moment of the show, and you're like, what is going on? And then you think you're going insane. Because I've been there. I've
had that experience.
Yeah. So like for me, I was like, I don't want people to have that experience. So like that was my only goal. And I was like, I just want to sound as much like Ashley. So I don't know. That was really hard because I just felt really insecure. Like I didn't sound enough like Ashley's performance. But then in that one moment, I was like, okay, never mind. I guess I'm just insecure. So yeah, and it also kind of helped though, because the very first stuff you see is like it's a time skip, and so yeah, so she's very serious and different. So like if I did sound a little different, it was like believable, I think. So yeah, I tried my best.
Very, very enlightening. I'm sorry, I have no idea how to move on after something.
No, I
super
like it.
interesting.
Very enlightening.
Very enlightening.
Tell me more.
I fear if I sound sarcastic because I'm obviously not, but to you, but just so everyone knows, I'm just trying to find a good transition.
And then people are just gonna make clips of your
like,
awkward
wow.
transitions.
Wow, Nerissa doesn't know how to interview someone, this idiot.
Wow. Enlightening. Interesting.
Anyways. Okay, all these questions are actually ones that were handpicked from you guys on Twitter by Megan Shipman.
Yay.
So these will be things that fans asked. I don't have the name attached, but this first one, if you know it was you, it's you. So outside of voiceover, do you have any hobbies or interests that you enjoy?
Yeah. I like reading. I like reading a lot of fantasy. And I also really like sewing, particularly. I really like quilting. I don't have a lot of time to make quilts, but I've made 2 quilts. I made one a long time ago, and then I actually made one this year. Because I saw some really cute fabric during the spring, and so it was this really cute plaid fabric. So I made a cute like springtime.
Was it the
quilt.
green one?
Yeah, the green one I showed you.
You didn't
Yeah.
send me a picture of the final one.
I'll just send it to you. Oh my gosh, yes. I'll just show you. It's really pretty. I got it like done with like leaves and stuff as like the quilt pattern. Is very cute. It's very cute.
I can't.
So I like doing that. I'm a little grandma. I also started doing some like little embroidery. Like I bought like a little embroidery kit. And I was like, that looks fun. So I made this really cute little flower embroidery. It's very adorable. So that's
cute.
Fun. Yeah. I like doing little things. Little grandma crafts and hobbies. So.
Well, it came in handy. I didn't tell you guys this, but I actually visited her not long ago. I won't say specifically when, but I was at her house.
And you'll never get it out of me.
You'll never know. So I was doing some hanging out with my girlfriend.
That's right.
And then I also got to hang out with her baby, which was great.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yay.
she's so cute. So anyway, I had a pair of pajama shorts, and it's not that they're old, but they were just badly sewn together.
Yeah.
And I cried and I
really
went to her
funny.
and I was like, Megan, could you fix these? I know you know how to sew.
Yes, and I'm being the grandma I am. I said, well, let me get my sewing machine. I'll fix it for you, dear. And then it was funny because I was like, oh, yeah, I'll fix it. And then you were like, great. And then you came back and you were like, the other side ripped too.
Well, it just keeps getting worse and worse because it turns out, what was it? Your sewing machine didn't work. We had to go buy a new one.
That's right. So like I started sewing it and my machine was like, absolutely not. I will not do this. This is garbage. So I was like, well, you know what? Tomorrow we're just gonna go buy a new sewing machine.
I felt
and you were
so
like,
bad.
You were like, this isn't what I wanted.
I'm like, I'm sorry. You don't have to fix it. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked. It's all my fault. I felt like, so bad.
No, it's fine. I don't want this machine anymore. It gives me too many headaches. And you were like, if you say so. And I was like, yes, I do say so. And so we went and we together and we bought a sewing machine.
Yes, it was fun.
Yeah, and then I came home and immediately fixed it because that sewing machine wasn't stupid.
That sewing machine worked.
That's right, and it still does. And I hope your pajamas are still fixed.
They are. Thank
Yay!
you. The seam is stronger than it ever was.
God bless. Amazing. I love it so much.
It's so nice having people in your life who can sew. I need to pick up that skill.
I will say, it is I first picked it up, I did like a home ec class in high school, and I learned to do it there. I kind of forgot how to do it. Really, what the main thing I forgot was like how to put the bobbin in and like thread the machine. Because once you know how to do that, it's pretty simple. It's not difficult at all. And so in college, I made my mom reteach me how to do that part. At first, she was like, oh my God, no, Megan, I do not want to teach you how to do that. You're just going to complain. And I was like, you're right, Mom, but I genuinely want to do this and I want to remember how to do this. So I will not complain this time. I will not be an ungrateful child. And so she retaught me how to do it. And I was like, oh, thank God. And as long as you can sew a straight line, you can do so much stuff.
Genuinely.
It's so nice. Yeah.
Well, amazing. Great hobbies.
Amazing. Grandma hobbies. Check.
Okay, this one's a longer one.
Yeah.
And a little bit of an interesting one. What's the difference between doing voice acting and acting? Do voice actors / actresses never rely on their body and facial expressions in addition to their voices? And is acting actually harder than voice acting?
Okay, so I picked this one because, like, I feel like a lot of people... I picked this one on purpose because I feel like a lot of people think voice acting must be super different, when really it's not.
It's not.
Because, like, the number one thing we tell people that, like, come up to us at cons and are like, oh my God, I want to do this, da-da-da-da-da. They're like, what should I do? And I go, acting. Like, I don't care if you hate... Like, I hate stage acting, but I have taken, like, normal acting classes. Even though I'm like, I'm never going to stage act, but I will take an acting class because that is my job, is acting overall. So yeah, like I always tell people, like, if you're in high school, like, just do your theater classes. Like, it's free acting.
It
do
is.
Do it. You get it for free.
Free
Start
acting.
young. And then, yeah, so I always tell people, like, do acting, or if you're, like, not in school, like, find just acting workshops around you, or just improv classes. Because everything we do for anime specifically is cold reading. So, like, we don't read the scripts beforehand. We just come in and we do it. So we cold read. So improv is a really good skill to have. And so, like, I'm always like, even if it makes you uncomfortable, just realize, like, say, look, I'm not doing this professionally. I'm just here to learn, and just do it. So that's why I picked this question, because I feel like a lot of people think, well, I have to take a voice acting class. And I'm like, I would take an acting class first.
Yeah, I if anything, no shade on voiceover classes, because there's some that are amazing, incredible, but I feel like it is so much more beneficial to just take acting classes, because I think some people get confused when they hear voice acting, and they genuinely think that it's more dependent on, like, voice, like the voices you can do rather than the acting portion, and don't realize that just because you can make funny voices doesn't mean you can voice act. Because the second word is more important. The only thing about voice acting is you're in front of a mic. That's why it's voice. Your face isn't there. But acting is still the most important part.
Yeah. And I think a lot of voice acting classes and workshops, they focus more on the skill set that comes with voiceover and not necessarily the acting part of it, which is why I'm like, you should take both kinds of classes, because I feel like you learn about, like, standing in front of a mic, and you learn about the process of doing voiceover and ADR work specifically in voice acting classes, but in acting specific classes, you're learning just the base skill that you really, really need, and that's always, like, the most important part to me. So that's why I picked the question, because I was like, oh yeah, like, I think a lot of people, like, confuse the two. So yeah. And then, like, let's see, the next part, body and facial expressions. So because I'm not, like, a theater person, I've always been so uncomfortable, like, having stage presence, like, even when, because I'm mainly I grew up singing a lot, like, I was in choir and I sang and stuff, so, like, I was so bad at having stage presence, because it felt so awkward to me. Like, what do I do with my hands? And what do I do with any of my body? And so I've gotten, actually, when I started voice acting, I enjoyed that I was able to not have to use my body, but to be honest, like, over the years, I've gotten more comfortable doing voiceover and just acting in general. And I move around a lot more now in the booth, and I do a lot more. I'm still pretty still, because you have to stay still in front of a microphone. You can't just, like, whip your head around because then the microphone. Yeah. See, you get to do it in 3D. I'm just like a 2D queen.
You are a queen.
Like I can go back and forth. You can go with like a full circle. Oh yeah.
You gotta get you a 3D model, girl.
I do. I know. I'm so slow. I'm updating things. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
It's so fun though.
I know for me, because someone brought up mocap also. Like some voice actors do mocap, but it's still considered voice acting. So yeah, because I know I am a theater person. And I love the theater, and I love being the center of attention. When I was in school,
of course.
I was always like the soloist in choir, which I feel so annoying saying that. But like whenever there was a soprano solo,
that was me. That was me too.
Oh my god,
we're the same.
Me and you, queen, together.
We were the two girls. Like I know I'm the best here.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even think I was the best, but like I just knew that I could sing higher than everybody else.
Which means I'm better.
Which means I'm going to get this. But
one time when I was, this side note, one time when I was in middle school, me and this other girl in the soprano 1 section, our choir teacher had to move us apart because we were trying to sing over each other.
Oh my god.
We were two divas.
We were like, no, it's about me. I'm the
it's
center.
Me. I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl. The best girl here. Yeah, no, but so I am very theatrical. I feel like even when I get into like voice acting, like my face does play a very pivotal part in it, because even though I'm not on a stage, that's kind of how I learned how to act, was being able to emote for the back of the audience, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's, and even like I act and sing better too when I'm able to like properly emote and move my body, you know? So it fixes a lot for me when I'm able to kind of have that little bit of motion behind my acting as well. Even if like obviously I can't like move all the way back, or it's like, you know, gonna ruin the sound quality. But being able to like move my body, like move my shoulders back and forth, move my arms around, like I feel like it's so, for me, it really helps me with my acting. So I find it quite interesting that you're like, Anna.
It made me feel so awkward. So but now I feel like over the years I've gotten a lot more comfortable with it. So like I do a lot more moving, or I'm just like, I'm overall more relaxed too. So that helps. I mean, I'm pretty sure I sat down and recorded most of the stuff I did last year because I was pregnant.
Yeah.
But you know, that was a whole other story.
Look, that's understandable. You get a pass.
I was sitting down for all of that. Okay.
As you should. You got
I
a
was
baby.
sitting in a chair. I can act in a chair. Listen. But no, I feel like I'm a lot more, I don't know, just comfortable doing little things now.
Yeah.
And moving around and having more facial expressions and doing silly things. Like if I need to make a certain sound, like I think there's a part in the movie, where Anya, it's in the poop god scene in the movie. She gets pulled up a waterfall, essentially. So like she's going against the flow of the water, and so I think we did a take where I was like, I had my finger up to my lips and I was like making like and
what
like
the fuck?
Yeah, like where you just like talk and you're just like moving your finger up and down and you're like yeah. So we like did that, and so just silly things like that. I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable doing stuff like that, and I laugh at it myself more too. So yeah, it's really fun. Yeah. And then
glad.
Let's see. Yeah, is acting harder than voice acting? No, well, they're the same.
Yeah, they're the same.
So yeah.
Voice acting is acting. Because I mean, imagine if you only referred to stage acting as stage acting, film camera acting as camera acting. It's just like that, except voice acting is permanently branded voice acting.
To me, it's like all acting is acting. It's just that different types of acting have different skills. Like stage acting has stage skills, and like camera acting, you have to learn the skills for camera acting, but the acting part stays the same through everything.
You're still acting.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Thank you, questioner asker.
Thank you, questioner asker. Add that one to the clips.
When writing covers with multiple people involved, how do you go about writing lyrics with the others in mind?
Oh, yeah, this is fun. So here's another fun thing. So getting to write covers just for fun. So, and then I think the biggest project I've worked on, I've actually gotten to do a lot of official lyric adapting over the years too, because I've done music directing. Yeah, it's so fun because being able to be like taking this hobby that I've been doing and then for people to be like, yeah, this is good enough for the real thing. And you're like, okay, I won't mess it up. I hope. So like the biggest thing I did was the Whole Cake Island arc in One Piece. That's like all music. And so I did a lot of lyric adapting. Some of that I didn't do because we had some really good writers that were really good at it. So I just kind of supervised and made sure everything flowed really well. And then I think I sang one song at the very end. I sang the big soul pocus opera piece at the very end with Ben Phillips, and it was really great. He's wonderful. So it was great. But yeah, I wrote a lot of that. And so when you write with other people involved, like whenever I'm writing or adapting lyrics, I take into account like the syllables.
Yes.
The syllables I think are the most important part because that is when you're taking it from Japanese to English, you want to keep the syllable count the same because that's kind of the core of the song, I feel like. And then from there, I then look at the flow of words and like you don't want to put a emphasis on a syllable or a word or a part of a word that doesn't really have emphasis.
Yeah, I've talked like about this shit too.
Yeah. Okay. Good. See, thank you.
I have a viral clip talking about what she's talking about.
I'm so glad you've already educated the jailbird.
Yeah, they understand what you mean. They know about the emphasis.
They've learned. They know. They know the brain rot.
Yeah.
I love it. So yeah, I think a lot about where the emphasis of words goes. And then when there's other people, I think it just kind of I think more it comes down to like when I'm casting people or choosing people to sing which part of a song or whatever. I think that's more important than when I write the cover. Because, like, I'm not going to pick someone to sing a certain part that I know that they're not going to be able to do well.
Yeah. Because
you want each person to be in their own, like, vocal range and just so they can sound really good. So, yeah. I think that's more important than necessarily, like, being like, oh, well, I'm writing this part specifically for this person. Because usually that comes after. Or usually they've already been cast by someone and you know they can sing all the notes anyways, so that's not necessarily a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I also feel like when you're translating, you're not necessarily it's still kind of going to be in your voice no matter what you do, but you have to keep in mind the Japanese voice. Like, not the voice actor, but, like, the voice of the lyrics. Like,
yes.
So you can't really, like, for example, say Megan Shipman's adapting a song that's Luffy and Sanji singing together for some reason. Like,
we're adapting the stage play.
Yeah, adapting the stage play. Then you need to actually consider Luffy's voice, but like you wouldn't necessarily consider the actor's voice per se. Like, obviously their vocal range, but like that aside, because we don't have control over that.
Right.
You know, it's like you need to consider like the voice a character should have while writing lyrics for stuff. But like unless it's like theatrical like that, you don't really need to think about it too hard.
Right. Yeah, like part of the reason I just sang the very ending, like the Soul Pocus song, was because it was this big operatic piece. And
it's 'cause you're perfect.
To be fair, I was kind of like, you know what? I know I can sing this. I know this is in my range and I can do it really well. So I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
Myself.
Exactly.
Because like there was nobody else, and I'm sure if I looked, I could find one. There's no doubt in my mind, because there's so many talented people here. But to me, I was like, this is due next week, and I can just sing it tomorrow night. So I'm just gonna do it. So yeah. So sometimes that happens. So
hey, I mean, you're horribly
But,
qualified and talented.
I will say a really interesting thing that I did when I did the dub for Nijigasaki, because if anyone watches Love Live, all the groups are like groups, but Nijigasaki, they all sing solos, right?
Yeah.
So my casting dilemma, but we don't sing the songs. We don't dub the songs for Love Live.
Yeah.
So going into that, I was like, okay, I know we're not going to dub the songs, but these aren't group songs. So we're going to hear every single girl sing a solo song
Individually.
So so that was such a fun puzzle to do, because I was like, I have to have people that genuinely sound like these Japanese voices, so that when they start singing in Japanese, it's not like, who is that?
Yeah.
So it doesn't sound
like,
so different.
And then like the
Yeah, and then
voice
they're like,
acting voice is like, yeah.
They're like start singing and they're like an alto and she's a soprano, you know?
It'd be very odd.
No, thank you. So that was actually a really fun, like, it was like doing it all backwards in a way. Like that was really fun and interesting to do. So yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah? Are you going to ask the next question now?
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
I'm so bad at transitioning. I'm so sorry. With voiceover work being gig-based, what, if anything, do you do in between roles to prepare for future auditions?
Okay, I love this question, because I always tell people, I'm like, if you're not, because like everything is seasonal, because where I live and I mainly work at Crunchyroll, if I don't have other clients, I'm usually like, I'm either in a show or I'm not in a show. So I'm either going in at least once a week or I'm not going in once a week for like 12 weeks. So a lot of times I tell people, I'm like, use that time to do something that you've been wanting to do, I guess, in your career. Like one time I was like, I really want to find an agent. And so I spent that time finding an agent, and I got an agent.
Yeah.
And then another time I was like, you know what? I really haven't taken a class in a while. So I'm going to try to find a workshop. So I took, I think, an audiobook class because I was really interested in audiobooks and stuff. So I just did a fun audiobook class. So I always just try to do like different, if I have the time, I'll usually try to find a workshop or a class to take. And yeah, that's kind of what I do. But it's a little harder now because now I have a baby and we're busy. But other than that, like if I have the time, I'll just do something related to work. I'll just try to, or like update my website or just something, just anything to kind of freshen up some aspect of the career, I guess.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Well, have you done any audiobooks? Speaking of.
No, I really want to. I really, really want to. I think it'd be really fun. But audiobooks are a totally different beast in a sense that a lot of audiobooks, they just give you files, unless it's like I think a really big project that, whatever. But for most audiobooks, they just kind of give you the files and go, okay, we need the finished files back by this date. And so you have to sit down and record everything and make sure things are edited.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's scary. But there are people that you can like hire, like there are editors that do audiobooks specifically. So like you can hire them and then they'll have everything back to you and then you turn it in and you get paid. And that's essentially like, okay, I'm going to be paying this much of the money I'm getting out of this gig to my editor.
Yeah.
So, so like it's kind of that essentially. So that the audiobook class was really fun because like I love reading and I think doing an audiobook would be really fun. And I think I could do it for sure. I don't have the time to do a lot of like personal stuff like that.
Yeah.
So maybe one day though. Maybe one day I'll get cast in like a big project where it's like, okay, come into the studio and we'll just do it all for you. And I'm like, yes, please. I'm a baby. Please.
You're a little baby.
I'm a little baby. But yeah, a lot of audiobooks are like completely different, which is fine. I think that's great though. So I would love to do one day if I have the time because I would love it.
I hope you can. I need to bring up sorry, this is completely off topic.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy talking to you because you say cast and not casted.
Oh God, don't talk to me about it. It triggers me.
Real quick, Jailbird, so you're in the know. So
Yeah,
a lot
don't
of people
ever
say
that.
someone was casted as so-and-so, and casted is not a role. Or it's not
a word.
It's not a word, thank you. It's cast. So someone was cast as I was cast in. You never say I was casted or I got casted. It's wrong.
You're wrong.
Yeah, so it's just cast.
If you say casted, you're wrong, and you should feel bad.
No, don't hurt their feelings. They're delicate.
It's fine. I'm one of them.
You shouldn't feel bad, but you should fix it for not for me, but for Megan Shipman.
Please, for my soul. Please.
Yes.
I want you to look professional so that when you land your first gig, you never say I was casted in this project. Please don't do that.
Yeah, don't do yourself the disservice.
Don't do that to yourself.
Exactly.
Instead, you should go buy a Nerissa Ravencroft plushie.
Yes,
they're
$24.99
plus shipping.
Hololive Friends with You on sale as of yesterday. You can buy any of Advent, all of Advent, Advent together strong, do not separate. But especially if you can only afford one, maybe you should buy mine.
Yeah, I'm poor, so I bought Nerissa. Listen, I'm poor. It's my baby's birthday this month. I've been buying birthday presents.
Look, that's valid. That's valid.
This is my birthday present to myself, but my birthday's not until March, so I guess
it's your birthday every day.
It's fine. It's my Christmas gift.
We have one more question and we've got 10 minutes.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, what is the audition process like? Has it changed much since you began working as a voice actor compared to today? Do auditions for games, films, and anime differ?
Yeah, so when I started, basically, I always had to go in to the studio to do an audition. So they would like email us or text us and be like, hey, we have auditions coming up for this show. Do you have time? These are the time slots we have. And they would usually be like, oh, it's from like 10 to 1 on this day, 2 to 6 on this day, like, and they'd be like 15-minute time slots. And so you would just pick a time or whatever and say, hey, can I come in at this time? And they might say like, oh, well, how about like, instead of, you'd be like, can I come in at 1:15? And they'd be like, oh, what about 1:30? And you'd be like, okay, no problem. And so we would come in, and it was kind of like what I was saying earlier, where they'd have a book and they'd have the, like the different sides in there. When I say sides, like that just is like, here's a picture of the character, their name, a little information about them, and here's the lines we want you to read as this character. And so we would go in, and you would get there about 15 minutes before your 15-minute time block so that you could read through everything. And so we would actually go in and audition for the director. Whereas like nowadays, all of the auditioning now that we do is remote, I guess, in the sense where I will get in my email, they'll be like, hey, this director is casting Spy Family. We want you to audition. And so like I just recorded that audition at home, and then I just emailed my audition in. So that happened. So it used to not be like that, which is crazy because now that's so normal.
I'm glad it is now, because it means so many more people can audition instead of doing the, like, what was it, like, I feel like before it was like, what, once a month maybe they do an audition.
Yeah.
And then people would come in for one show. So it was really hard for like new talents who are local who managed to get on the audition list to get in anything. But now, basically, not every show, but often, or at least like a few times a season, there's multiple auditions coming in. So it's definitely, I feel like, a lot more. I feel like it's, even though they took away the remote voiceover, I feel like this is still a step up from where it was previously.
Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to drive into the studio for a 15-minute unpaid audition. Listen, I mean, it was what it was. And I mean, you know, that was the norm. It wasn't like they were cheating us or anything. It was like, that was just the normal thing. And now I think there's just so much technology, and plus now you can organize it via like Dropbox or something like that, where you can have all of these files in one place where people submit them just automatically, where that also did not exist back then. Which is crazy. So yeah, it's just changed, and it's become easier to do it like just via email or submissions via remote. And so yeah, it's a lot easier. And I don't know if auditions for games, films, and anime, honestly, like, I don't think they're different. I know for games, a lot of times, like, if it's fighting games or anything like that, you'll have to do like efforts and stuff. So you'll have to not only do lines, but you'll also have to do like fighting efforts. And they might ask noises. They might ask for a variety of different efforts. And then sometimes I get characters, because I'm a singer and people know I'm a singer. I get auditions for characters that sing, so I have to include like singing like samples, and then I have to think about those. Those are actually harder for me because I try to pick a song that fits the character. And that usually is really hard, because sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna sing the song that's in my head, and then I'm like, no, that is like the opposite of this character. You can't do that. Yeah. That makes no sense. So then I have to sit there for like 30 minutes and figure out what song I'm gonna sing, and it's stupid. But yeah, honestly, like, there's nothing too different though, I think, from it. But games, film, and anime, they're usually mostly the same. I know for film, like on-camera stuff, you have to do self-tapes and stuff, which thank God I don't have to do that. Like, that's my nightmare. That's honestly my worst nightmare. So, yeah.
Well, I feel like I only slightly disagree with you, because I've gotten, for games and anime and stuff, I've gotten very, very different auditions.
Ooh,
what
have you gotten?
I've seen auditions for anime and games that are 3 very short, out of context lines.
Oh yeah, I hate those.
Those are the worst. And then I've seen ones that are like paragraphs and have like context and like
and then it takes like 20 minutes just to read through all of the context, and you're like, I'm just saying 5 lines. Please.
Or the ones that give you like multiple pages worth of like lines.
No. Yeah, I've had those too. Yeah, I've gotten auditions from like my agent where it'll be for like a prelay show where it's not anime, so it's for like a Western, something that might be aired on like Netflix or Cartoon Network, rest in peace, something like that, where it's Western animation, and so it's all prelay, so there's no animation yet, and it's just like pages of text, and you kind of have to sift through and make sure you're finding your character's lines, and it's like, please, I'm trying so hard, please. I'm just a baby, please.
No, it's so rough, because I mean, the reality of auditioning for anything is, especially when it's voiceover stuff for anime or character acting, 9 out of 10 times, especially if it's not an original role and you are matching a different language, they are looking and have a specific voice in their head. So if you don't match that voice, 9 out of 10 times, you're probably going to get thrown right in the trash. It's not because you didn't do a good job. It's not because you didn't read correctly. But it's just because your voice isn't what they were looking for.
Yeah, I'll be for real. When I was casting Nijigasaki, and because I had to have such specific voice matches, and I had over 200 auditions for like every single girl. That was so many. I thought I was gonna die listening to these auditions.
Oh, you poor thing.
I thought I was never gonna get out of this closet listening to auditions. But I remember I had to go through, and if they didn't sound remotely like the character, which I did put in the audition, like, I'm looking for voice matches, and I put references to the characters and like their Japanese voices. But I just was going through, and like some of them I only listened to for like 2 seconds because I had so many to go through, and also I was looking for something so hyper specific for that show that was just the nature of like how I had to go through it. So that's how I survived.
You poor thing. I can't imagine.
But it was really fun. It was really fun though. Because, I mean, it didn't mean they were bad. And some people I knew. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, I know this person's good. They just don't match the voice I'm looking for. So, yeah.
But with that in mind, I still feel like with most any anime audition, that's probably going to be the case. Which is why when I see one that's like 2 pages for one character, I'm like, why not just do like a short one, quick, just to voice test, and then call back, and do longer ones for if you can't decide.
Call back.
Do a callback.
Send me a callback. Please.
I don't want
to. It's because we have no time.
Yeah. Well, because I know, like, as a
so
voice
little
actor
time.
wannabe, you know, my time is still very precious, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to spend 30 minutes to an hour on an audition that is likely going to get thrown away.
It's true. Honestly, I've gotten really good at doing auditions, and I just go in, and my mindset is, well, this is how I would voice this character. Like, I'm not going to overthink this. This is literally how I would do it. I'm not going to try to do some crazy voice that that I can't do for long periods of time or hurts my voice. And I just send it and forget it. And I see some of my friends even like post like, how do you guys not overthink your auditions? And I go, easy. I have only so much time in the day. I am so busy. I cannot stress about an audition.
Exactly.
Like, I just can't. I just have to do it the way I would do it if I was actually doing the job, and just know that if they want me, they'll pick me. So, you know. There's a role out there for everyone, my queen.
There is.
Yeah.
Mine will appear someday.
One day.
One
day when I cast Mermaid Melody.
Yeah! Then I can become a voice actor.
That's right. That's right.
Look, I'll be happy if we're back to Mermaid Melody, oh god. I'll be happy if they just, I'm sure that they dubbed it, right? Because that's how it worked back in the day.
You know what? I'm sure there are secret tapes somewhere that exist.
Can you talk to someone and get the secret tapes?
I need to ask Brittany, and I need to ask Brina, because Brina's in that video too.
Yes.
I need to ask Brina Palencia, because I think Brina was Rena.
Yeah.
Rena, get it? I need to ask them. I need to be like, I need you to tell me everything about this if you can remember, and they'll be like, oh my god, how do you know this?
Well, the reason I'm like 99% sure that there is lost tapes is because I remember, I think it was a Spanish dub came out.
Yes.
And they used the English opening that we only ever got like a little peek of. I don't remember if they just used it in an ad or used it at the begining, but then I think someone from the show talked, I think I remember seeing that someone from the show talked about it and mentioned that they had, instead of the Japanese, they were actually sent the unreleased English dub to translate from there, because they're like, well, it's closer to your language than Japanese is, so this will be easier for you to translate from, rather than going directly from the Japanese and kind of having to start from like ground zero. But then we never got the dub. So
listen,
I'm gonna
find it. I will be the conspiracy theorist. I'm gonna unearth all of the facts, and I will be the whistleblower.
You need to give it to me. I'm sorry. Like, get it.
I will. You'll be the first one on my list.
Leak it to me under the table, and we can have a
we'll
secret
meet
watch along.
We'll meet in an alleyway, and I'll pass you the tapes.
Exactly.
The VHS tapes.
I won't release it publicly, okay? I just want it for me. For me,
you'll just have a Discord watch party.
No, I won't even do that. Just for me.
Oh.
I want Mermaid Melody for me. I don't want to share it with anyone.
I'll share it with you.
Thank you. We can watch it together. We can do the Discord watch along together.
Yeah. It'll be the 2-person watch along.
The 2-person Mermaid Melody English dub unreleased watch along.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be so fun.
Oh god, right? It's never gonna happen. But I want to hear how they dubbed all the songs, you know? Because
yes,
I have a hard time believing that they recorded the promo for it and like had
Right.
like song
They
lyrics.
had to have done a certain amount of episodes.
Yeah.
Either they did all of it or they did a good chunk of it.
Yeah, and like it gets to me because I'm like they had to have done a good chunk because at least to my knowledge back in the day, usually when you were dubbing a show, you would dub the whole show
you would
and then
do
release
all of it. Yeah, you would do all of it. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's when I started. I started at a weird time where like we were still doing what we called DVD dubs. So we would just come in, record everything, and then it wouldn't be released for like 6 to 12 months. And then things changed.
Yeah, things
And the
changed.
Fire Nation attacked.
But I kind of miss those days in a way, you know?
Yeah, me too. It was a lot more fun because you got to spend more time with a show, you know?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes like simuldubs are great because you get things faster and you get more things to watch, but also with DVD shows, I feel like you had more time to just watch one show and really enjoy that show for what it was.
Yeah, and then when the English dub came out, you got to enjoy it all over again.
Yeah, yeah. So those were special.
Yeah.
Those were great.
I miss those days. But
Back in my day.
back when I was a youngin'.
Back in my day when anime was for nerds.
Yeah, when nerds watched anime, not the mainstream. When I would get shoved in a locker for saying I liked anime.
That's
back in
right,
those
when
days.
When I ran down the hallway like Naruto.
Yeah, nobody understands.
Nobody understands me.
Yeah.
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 It's pain. Pain, Pecco.
It's so painful.
Well, all right. I guess
Yay.
we did it.
We did it.
Do you have any closing thoughts you'd like to say to my beloved cute jailbirds?
Oh my gosh, I'm so honored that I get to be in front of the jailbirds, for I am one of you. And I don't know, there's just so many of you. So I'm so nervous about
Don't be
what
nervous.
to say. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
Look, they're just so cute, you know? Look at them.
I know they really are.
They're
Every
little
time
guys.
Every time I see a little jailbird icon on the bird app, it makes me happy.
Aww.
Yeah,
I love them.
I love that
Oh my
little
God,
round
same.
bird plushie.
I
It's the
know.
cutest.
It's so yeetable.
I just want to throw it against the wall.
Exactly. My cute aggression gets activated. Sorry,
It really-
jailbirds.
Yeah, no, sorry, but it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
No, but yeah, like thank you for having me.
Thank
I know we've been
you.
planning this for so long,
Yes.
and I was like, I felt bad because I was like, I don't want to bug Nerissa. I don't want to bug Nerissa, but
No.
I want to out myself.
It's so funny because I felt the same way. I was like, you know, I really want to do it, but I'm busy, and I'm sure Megan is too. I don't want to bug her. She's such a busy lady. She's
No,
so
I
famous.
make time for you anytime.
I love you.
Any day. I have a Nerissa hotline,
Yeah.
and I pick up every time. But yeah, I'm so glad I got to be here. Please support me, I guess.
Yeah, consider stopping by some of her streams or
Yeah.
listening to her music again. She
Yeah,
mentioned
we
her
have a good
Inuyasha,
Yeah,
EP.
it's under I think it's under like, because my Twitter, I listen, don't ask me why this is my Twitter handle. It's 18 Mop Top, and I made it when I was in college, and then I asked people a few years ago, like, hey, should I change this to just my name? And people were like, no, if you change it, I won't know it's you anymore, because this is what I associate with you now. And I went, okay. But yeah, so I think it's on Spotify under Mop Top.
Yeah.
There's like a purple haired girl. You'll
Cute
see
little
it.
purple-haired looking alien.
Yeah. The album is called Feudal Dreams. That's what
Yes.
it's called, if you want to look it up. It's very great. I think it's great. It's beautiful. So, but thanks for having me. Thank you for being nice to me, jailbirds.
Yes.
You're the best.
Good job, jailbirds. I'm proud of you for being good hosts.
Yes.
To my
Yes,
lovely
yes.
guest today. Could
Thank
you
you.
leave us with? So my outro is "Bye, darlings," but since technically this interview was meant to be focused on the fact that you're Anya Forger's
Yeah.
English voice actor,
Yeah.
would you please do?
Yes. Say it.
Could you please say "Bye, darlings" in Anya Forger's voice?
Yes. Okay, thanks for coming to stream, jailbirds. Bye,